In this video, we want to talk about team defense. So the important thing we want to remember, at least playing one-on-one defense, is we want to play not like we normally would do in basketball. We don't want to let them choose which way to go. We want to force them to go one way or the other. So if we're up top like this, we want to force them down the alley because we have other defenders that are here to help us out. If we let them choose, then the rest of our help doesn't know which way to go. So we need to make sure that we're forcing them down the alley, which is an easy shot for the goalie to save. If we let them in here, that's where they're in the danger zone. So as we're talking about, I'm forcing this guy down the alley here. Our slide wants to come from the crease. So as soon as this guy gets beat, I'm going to slide, and I'm going to slide to body and put my stick on his stick. We don't want to just wave our stick at them. We want to put our body onto their body, our stick on their stick. We don't have to necessarily knock them down. We need to stop their progress. And then the second slide comes from the person furthest away from the ball. So if the ball's up here, the second slide comes from here, and he's picking up this guy. And the guy that got beat, he's going to try to get back in and help out in the middle. Same thing would happen if the ball's back at X. The ball's back here. This guy comes out to play him, and he wants to force them. He doesn't want to give them the option to go two ways. He wants to force them one way or the other. So as we come out to play defense, I'm going to come out here and force him to go this way, or come out here like this and force him to go that way. That way, the rest of our defenders know that he's coming this way, and our slides are going to go in this direction. So this is what happens if we have a guy here on the crease in team defense. If they have an open set, which means they don't have anybody on the crease, if they don't have an offensive guy on the crease, we don't have a defensive guy on the crease. So our slide is going to come from the adjacent. So we want to make sure that we know that if I'm forcing the guy down the alley this way, this guy is going to be the first slide. And then this guy is going to be the second slide. And so on and so forth. And that means if there's no one in the crease, the slides come from the adjacent. So if there's a guy in the crease, the first slide comes from the crease, and the second slide comes from opposite the ball. If they have an open set like this, the slide will come from one of the adjacent guys, and then they'll cascade around from the next guy on that right or left side. And that's what we have for team defense.